It is a fresh new year, time to set new goals, new strategies for the year. And in this video, I want to walk you through 5 things I believe every author should have for a successful year. There is so much information out there for authors, so many different strategies you can try. So I never want to be that person that says you have to do each of these things to be successful, because it's not true. Every person has a different strategy, a different audience, a different book, and different things work for different people. So I'll never say you absolutely have to have these things, but these are my recommendations, and I'm going to tell you why for each thing that I list in this video. Some of them are tangible strategies or products that you should have. Some of them are more of ideas and planning. So let's just get into the first one, which is going to be an email list. If you don't have an email list yet in 2024, I highly recommend you set one up. The reason being that whether you sell your books direct or you sell your products on Amazon, you want to have access to your customer data when possible. Because on social media, we have followers that can unfollow, that can delete their social media accounts. We have accounts that can get hacked or deleted, or social media platforms can get shut down. So if we're putting all of our eggs in one basket and working on growing our social media, which you all know I love and talk about a lot on this channel, if we only do that and don't work on getting people off of social media onto our email list where we can then nurture them, tell them stories, get them connected to us, where people are more likely to purchase than social media, we are doing ourselves a disservice. Now, that being said, this doesn't have to be expensive or complex. There are ways to make it simpler. Now, Substack is an easy option. A lot of authors are on it because you don't need your own domain. You can use Substack's domain and emails will come from a substack.com account with your name on it. However, I typically recommend, if you are really serious about email marketing and want to have access to more options, such as automations, where when someone subscribes to your email list, they receive an email sequence of a few emails, maybe a freebie telling them about you, then you want to go with a platform that is not Substack, such as MailerLite is a great option. It's free up until 1,000 subscribers. I've been using this for years. I'm now on a paid plan, but it has great automations and it has everything that I need. There are many other platforms like Flowdesk, like MailChimp, ConvertKit if you are more of like an online business structure. There's a lot of different options. Do a lot of research, start free trials, and figure out which one will work best for you. The other thing that I want to say with this is that there are changes coming to the email marketing world in February that Google and Yahoo announced last year, which come down to making sure that you are sending from your own domain, having your own domain. For example, I have marketingbyshelby.com domain. I have shelbylee.co as my author brand domain, and my emails come from that domain, which is really important. You don't want to send emails from a gmail.com domain. You want to make sure it's really easy for people to unsubscribe. Only ever add people to your list who have opted in. It is not okay to add people that have not actually opted in to be on your newsletter and get your marketing emails. So those are a couple things to be aware of, but I think that it's really beneficial for authors to have their own email list. It is your data. You can download those email addresses and move them to a different platform if you decide to move platforms in the future. But unless those readers unsubscribe, which is perfectly okay to do, you're not going to be losing them. So it is a sustainable way to continue growing your audience. I have a video on email newsletters that I will link here if you want to dive more into the content that you should be putting in your email newsletter. Talking about domains leads me to the next one, number 2, which is an author website. Now, bear with me if you do not want to create a website. Here is why I think it is so important. The first one is just, it looks professional. If you really are taking your author brand seriously, I think having a space on the internet that has your name on it and your information is really beneficial. Whenever someone searches your name, what do you want to show up? Something that you're in control of, or maybe a blog or review from someone else that shows up first? We want our website to show up first. We want our readers to learn about us, to get onto our email list, to find links to follow us on social media, to feel connected with us. And that's why I believe that having your own website, your own space on the internet is really important. This is a cost to purchase a domain and purchase a website hosting platform. I use Squarespace and I have my domains through Squarespace. They're about $20 a year. There are other options like Card, which is, I believe, a free one-page landing page, pretty simple. There is Canva. You can now make your own landing page or website in Canva. In MailerLite, if you want just a simple form landing page to set up your email list, there are landing pages in MailerLite. There's also many other website platforms like WordPress, Wix, and many others. So again, doing your research, taking a look at what you need, what you might not need, what's more user-friendly. If you have more coding experience, you might want something more robust. There's so many different options, but I truly believe that it is something that every author should have who really wants to build an author brand and a long-term author career. The other thing that I'll say about having a website is that if you do decide to sell direct in the future, you are setting yourself up for success now. I really believe the industry is going that route where more and more authors are going to be selling direct through their own website. So establishing it now with your own domain, with SEO, which is search engine optimization, starting to get that going so that whenever you do want to sell direct, you already have traffic coming to your website regularly will be very, very helpful for you. Websites also provide a space for people to reach out to you if another author wants to collaborate with you. A lot of times they will go to your website first, see what you have going on, fill out your contact form. Same with readers who might have questions. So I think that it's a really great option to have this one space where people can find you and get in touch with you. It also is helpful for tracking analytics, seeing where people are coming from. Are people searching for you in Google? Once you have a website, you can set up a Google Search Console where you'll get detailed information about what people are searching for to end up on your website, which can really help you in influencing future marketing messages and content. You can see what platforms people are coming from. So is Instagram more effective than TikTok in my marketing? So all of this is really helpful in helping you plan for this year and beyond. Okay, this might not come as a surprise to anyone, but number 3 is going to be a social media presence. This doesn't mean that you have to have a social media account on every single platform and posting all the time, but I do think that every author should have at least one account on one platform under their name for readers to be able to find you and connect with you. People love the connection of social media, and even if you're not posting all the time or it's not a main facet of your marketing strategy, having an account where people can connect with you, that you go on and give an update every so often and be able to connect with your audience is really helpful. Again, it also helps you establish your brand if you can take the username of your first and last name that you use for your books and make sure that when people are searching your name on social media, that your account comes up and that people can find you. The other thing with social media that a lot of people don't think about is if you're more interested in paid ads versus organic marketing, if you want to run Facebook ads, you still need a Facebook profile set up, and it's going to convert better and be more effective if you have organic posts on your profile. I run ads all the time, not for my books actually, but for my marketing courses for Marketing by Shelby. And people go and visit my Facebook profile after they see my ad to see, is this a real person? Do they know what they're talking about? Do they have past posts, or does this kind of feel like a fake account? And so having an established profile with your author bio set up there with some content can be very effective in helping you convert more people who are seeing you, especially a cold audience. If the thought of all of these things is overwhelming to you, then I highly recommend checking out the Creatives Content Club linked in the description. It will be opening very soon to new members, and inside you get a done-for-you social media content plan every single month, plus a step-by-step for mastering your author brand, social media bio, marketing messaging, and so much more. And we have masterclasses on website design, on email marketing, everything you need to know for these things to help you get set up strong for this year. So I'll link the waitlist in the description. It is my marketing membership, over 300 amazing authors and creatives. It's not just for authors, artists, musicians are in there as well. And it is an amazing collaborative community, and I would love for you to be a part of it. The 4th thing that I really think that authors should have or really try this year is an actual launch, a step-by-step launch for your next product that is not rushed, that is planned out, that allows you to warm your audience up to it. And seeing the difference between a rushed launch and a pre-planned launch where you have every step set up, where you're announcing your cover, you're sharing with your audience about the book to get them warmed up, where you are nurturing your email list, where you are collaborating with other authors in your genre, or pulling together an ARC team or a book launch team can be so effective when it comes to launching a new product. Whenever I hear from an author that they launched a book and it was crickets, I ask them, what did you do in advance to prepare for it? And a lot of times we're not doing as much as we could be doing. So take your launch slow, give yourself some time so you don't feel rushed this year, but really try an effective launch. In next week's video, I'm going to be sharing a few steps to a successful launch that I think will be really helpful for you in warming up your audience to your new product. So stay tuned for that. The fifth thing that I think every author should enter this year with to be successful is really strategizing month and month your goals. Yes, goal setting is something that I think you should do to start off this year. Really thinking through the last year, what went well, what didn't, what do I want to do differently? What did I spend my time on that I hated or didn't enjoy? What drained me emotionally, physically, and what energized me? What did I really enjoy doing? I think it's really important to shake it up if we've been doing the same thing for a long time. Now, don't fix what's not broken. If something's been going really well for you, no need to change it up. If you're feeling unengaged or feeling like your audience really isn't responding to what you're doing, that's a really good sign that it's time to change things up. And going month by month and setting a couple small, tangible goals per month can really help you reach your larger goals for the full year. So I hope that you'll consider setting aside a little bit of time this week, going month by month, January, February, March, and laying out what a few things you'd like to accomplish are. I like to break my goals into a few different buckets. There's the product category. So am I making progress on my books, on my product? Promotion. So how am I marketing my products? What can I do differently in that regard? What goals can I set for myself this month? And then personal. What am I doing to energize myself for self-care? Mental health is so important when it comes to running a creative business and being a creative person. So take the time to think through all three of those categories and set yourself some tangible goals for this year. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit subscribe and like this video so more authors and creatives can find my weekly social media content that I post here every single week. And I'll leave you with my book marketing strategy playlist so that if you are an author and you're ready to dive into even more helpful strategy videos, that is here for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.